Hi, this is Dr. Pachenik, and I want to address my Republican conservative friends, and I want you to think of the following person. His name is Joe Collins. He's in his mid-40s. He's a gentleman from southeast Los Angeles. He's running for Congress in the 43rd Congressional District, and that is the district that was held by, guess who? Maxine Waters, one of the most corrupt Democratic operatives that we have known, including Nancy Pelosi and Dianne Feinstein, all three of them from California, all three of them multimillionaires. But let's talk a little bit first about Joe Collins. I got to meet him a couple of months ago. I was impressed. He was articulate, but most impressive to me was he was an African-American young man who had joined the Navy for 13 years, and he went back and lived in Southeast LA because he wants to improve the community, improve the education, bring back businesses, and get rid of the homeless. How many homeless are we talking about? About 85,000. It used to be that only San Francisco had 85,000 homeless, but thanks to Maxine Waters, Dianne Feinstein, and Nancy Pelosi, all multimillionaire Democrats, we now have another 85,000 homeless in Los Angeles, right near the 43rd District. So what is he going to do? He wants to bring in the businesses because he also started up a few businesses. He wants to bring in education. He's a great believer in it. And most importantly, he wants to bring back the police and bring back the economy. I support Joe Collins, not because he's African American, but because he served our country. And unlike the Democrats who come out of California, they have not served our country. Maxine Waters is one of the most corrupt individuals in Congress, including, of course, Nancy Pelosi, who's only worth about $38 million. Think about that one on a salary of less than $500,000. And then we have Dianne Feinstein, 87 years old, worth $58 million. And Maxine Waters comes in at about a net of $6 million for her house alone and several million for her husband and other people in the family. However, if you would like to get an endorsement from her, I would strongly suggest you prepare a check for $45,000. That's the mandate that she puts out to her operative, Dana Thompson, who was her legislative assistant and lawyer. And guess what? He became a lobbyist for the Chinese, and in turn, she received $2.2 million from Chinese operatives and the Communist Party itself, plus another $1.2 million from the Chinese railroad companies, which also include the Chinese communists. So this is a multimillionaires African-American woman who has no problem being corrupt to her own people, asking for endorsements and becoming a multimillionaire, but has no qualms about dealing with China and being corrupt. She, in fact, prides herself on it. So it's time for us in the Republican Party to start understanding one thing. We have to pick young people, whatever race, color, or creed, to run for positions in the Democratic Party to get rid of Dianne Feinstein, Nancy Pelosi, and now Joe Collins. We'll get rid of Maxine Waters. And thank you, President Trump, for supporting Joe Collins. And in the words of Candace Owen, that incredible young African-American woman, she said, "I had been a liberal until I realized as a liberal Democrat I was a racist. So the next day I became a Republican." Thank you and good luck.